Welcome to Bible in a Year with Scott Purcell. I'm so glad you're joining me. This is a daily reading of portions of the Bible, following a plan that will include the entire Bible in a year. And now, let's open the book and begin our readings. This is the reading for day 63. If your reading is aligned with the calendar year, in a non-leap year, this is for March 4th, or in a leap year, for March 3rd. The Old Testament reading is from Leviticus 11 and Leviticus 12. Leviticus 11. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the Israelites, saying, These are the animals that you may eat from all the animals that are on the land. Any among the animals that has a divided hoof, and has a split cleft in the hoof, and that chews cud, such you may eat. However, these you may not eat from those that chew the cud, and from those that have a divided hoof. The camel, because it is a chewer of cud, but it does not have a hoof that is divided, it is unclean for you. And the coney, because it is a chewer of cud, but it does not have a hoof that is divided, it is unclean for you. And the hare, because it is a chewer of cud, but it does not have a hoof that is divided, it is unclean for you. And the pig, because it has a divided hoof, and has a split cleft in the hoof, but it does not chew cud, it is unclean for you. You must not eat from their meat, and you must not touch their dead body, they are unclean for you. These you may eat from all that are in the water. Any in the water that has a fin and scales, whether in the seas or in the streams, such you may eat. But any that does not have a fin and scales, whether in the seas or in the streams, among all the water swarmers, among all the living creatures that are in the water, they are a detestable thing to you. And they shall be detestable to you. You must not eat from their meat, and you must detest their dead body. Any that does not have a fin and scales in the water, it is a detestable thing to you. And these you must detest from the birds. They must not be eaten. They are detestable. The eagle, and the vulture, and the short-toed eagle, and the red kite, and the black kite, according to its kind, every crow according to its kind, and the ostrich, and the short-eared owl, and the seagull, and the hawk according to its kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the barn owl, and the desert owl, and the carrion vulture, and the stork, the heron according to its kind, and the hoopoe, and the bat. Any winged insect that walks on all fours is detestable to you. Only this may you eat from any of the winged insects that walk on all fours, that which has jointed legs above its feet for leaping upon the land. From these you may eat the locust according to its kind, and the bald locust according to its kind, and the cricket according to its kind, and the grasshopper according to its kind. But any other winged insect that has 4 legs is detestable to you. And by these you shall become unclean. Anyone who touches their dead body shall become unclean until the evening. And anyone who carries their dead body must wash his garments, and he shall be unclean until the evening. With regard to any animal that has a divided hoof, but does not split the hoof, or does not have a cud for chewing, they are unclean for you. Anyone who touches them shall become unclean. And anything that walks upon its paws among any of the animals that walk on all fours, they are unclean for you. Anyone who touches their dead body shall become unclean until the evening. And the one who carries their dead body must wash his garments, and he shall be unclean until the evening. They are unclean for you. And these are the unclean for you among the swarmers that swarm on the land, the weasel, and the mouse, and the thorn-tailed lizard according to its kind, and the gecko, and the land crocodile, and the lizard, and the sand lizard, and the chameleon. These are the unclean for you among all the swarmers. Anyone who touches them at their death shall become unclean until the evening. And anything on which one of them falls at their death shall become unclean. Any object of wood, or garment, or skin, or sackcloth, any object that has performed work, must be placed in water, and it shall be unclean until the evening, and then it shall be clean. And any clay vessel into which one of them falls, all that is in it shall become unclean, and you must break it. Any of the food that could be eaten on which water from such a vessel comes shall become unclean, and any liquid that could be drunk in any vessel shall become unclean. And anything on which one of their dead bodies falls shall become unclean. An oven or a stove must be broken. They are unclean and shall be unclean for you. Surely a spring or a cistern collecting water shall be clean, but that which touches their dead body shall become unclean. And when one of their dead bodies falls on any seed for sowing, it is clean. But when water is put on the seed, and one of their dead bodies falls on it, it is unclean for you. And when one of the animals dies that is for you to eat, the one who touches its dead body shall become unclean until the evening. And the one who eats some of its dead body must wash his garments, and he shall be unclean until the evening. And the one who carries its dead body must wash his garments, and he shall be unclean until the evening. And any swarmer that swarms on the land is detestable. It must not be eaten. You must not eat anything that moves upon its belly, or that walks on all fours, even any with numerous feet, belonging to any swarmer that swarms on the land, because they are detestable. You must not defile yourselves with any swarmer that swarms, and you must not make yourselves unclean by them, and so be made unclean by them, because I am Yahweh your God, and you must keep yourselves sanctified, so that you shall be holy, because I am holy. And you must not make yourselves unclean with any swarmer that moves along the land, because I am Yahweh who brought you up from the land of Egypt to be for you as God. Thus you shall be holy, because I am holy. This is the regulation of the animals and the birds and all living creatures that move along in the water, and concerning all the creatures that swarm on the land, to distinguish between the unclean and the clean, and between the animal that is to be eaten and the animal that must not be eaten. Leviticus 12. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the Israelites, saying, When a woman becomes pregnant, and she gives birth to a male, then she shall be unclean 7 days, as in the time of her menstrual bleeding she shall become unclean. And on the 8th day his foreskin's flesh shall be circumcised, and for 33 days she shall stay in the blood of her cleansing. She must not touch any holy object, and she may not come to the sanctuary until the fulfilling of the days of her cleansing. But if she gives birth to a female, then she shall be unclean for 2 weeks, as in her menstruation, and for 66 days she shall stay through the blood of her cleansing. And at the fulfilling of the days of her cleansing, whether for a son or for a daughter, she must bring to the priest at the tent of assembly's entrance a yearling male lamb as a burnt offering, and a young dove or a turtle dove as a sin offering. And the priest shall present it before Yahweh, and he shall make atonement for her, so that she shall be clean from the flow of her blood. This is the regulation of childbearing for the male or for the female. And if she cannot afford a sheep, then she shall take 2 turtle doves or 2 young doves, one as a burnt offering and one as a sin offering, and the priest shall make atonement for her, so that she shall be clean. The New Testament reading is from Mark, beginning in chapter 12, verse 13. Mark 12:13. And they sent some of the Pharisees and the Herodians to him, so that they could catch him unawares in a statement. And when they came, they said to him, Teacher, we know that you are truthful, and you do not care what anyone thinks, because you do not regard the opinion of people, but teach the way of God in truth. Is it permitted to pay taxes to Caesar, or not? Should we pay, or should we not pay? But because he knew their hypocrisy, he said to them, Why are you testing me? Bring me a denarius so that I can look at it. So they brought one. And he said to them, Whose image and inscription is this? And they said to him, Caesar's. And Jesus said to them, Give to Caesar the things of Caesar, and to God the things of God. And they were utterly amazed at him. And Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection, came up to him and began to ask him, saying, Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if someone's brother dies and he leaves behind a wife and does not leave a child, that his brother should take the wife and father descendants for his brother. There were 7 brothers, and the first took a wife, and when he died, he did not leave descendants. And the second took her, and he died without leaving descendants. And the third likewise, and the 7 did not leave descendants. Last of all, the woman also died. In the resurrection, when they rise, whose wife will she be? For the 7 had her as wife. Jesus said to them, Are you not deceived because of this? Because you do not know the Scriptures or the power of God. For when they rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels in heaven. Now, concerning the dead, that they are raised, have you not read in the book of Moses, in the passage about the bush, how God spoke to him, saying, I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. He is not the God of the dead, but of the living. You are very much mistaken. The wisdom literature reading is from Psalm 30, verses 1 through 7. Psalm 30, verse 1. A psalm, a song for the dedication of the house of David. I will exalt you, O Yahweh, because you have drawn me up and have not made my enemies rejoice over me. O Yahweh, my God, I cried for help to you, and you healed me. O Yahweh, you have brought my life up from Sheol. You preserved me alive from among those going down to the pit. Sing praises to Yahweh, you his faithful ones, and give thanks to his holy fame. For there is a moment in his anger, there is a lifetime in his favor. Weeping lodges for the evening, but in the morning comes rejoicing. But as for me, I had said in my prosperity, I shall not be moved ever. O Yahweh, by your favor you caused my strong mountain to stand. You hid your face, I was bewildered. This concludes the reading for Day 63. Thank you for listening. These daily readings are made possible by your generous support of the Global Outreach Ministry of Scott Purcell. To partner with us and enable this work and others like it, please visit huttobible.com/give and select Go Pastor Support from the fund list. You can also sign up for ministry updates at scott-purcell.epistle.org/subscribe. Both of those links can be found in the podcast description. Thank you for helping us share God's Word.